Good afternoon. It is Saturday, 31st of August. It is 3:15 and I'm just setting off. Nice warm one today. It's supposed to be nice and warm all the way into the evening. So I'm just about to go online now and see. Oh, not sure what happened there. The camera crashed. So I've just gone online now. First job's just come through, but I don't fancy that. It's a Wigan to Wigan. It's 11.5 miles away for a 3-mile job, so it's like 14.5 miles. It's an XL, but they were only offering £10.50. So no, I'll leave that, thanks. But that's what I notice, especially with the being an XL, which I've touched on a couple of the other videos. There seems to be less XLs, so you do get offered, you know, more work, but a lot of the jobs that will come through for the XLs are miles away, like that one I've just proven. It's almost 10 miles to Wigan. Bit of a trek for not so great pay. It was less than £1 a mile. So I'll see what the next job is, and I will keep you posted shortly. I'll catch you then. Quick little update. It is 6:15, so it's been 3 hours. It's the first opportunity I've had to give an update, to be honest. It's been non-stop. So the first job I had was Banks, Southport into Southport town centre, which was £15.15 for 4.9 miles, but I probably had to run about 4 miles for it. I then had an XL Southport to Ainsdale Beach, which was an XL, £10.27 for 4.2 miles. I then had a Formby to Formby, £9.54, that was an XL, for 2.8 miles. I then had a Southport to Southport, £9.18 for 4.9 miles. As I was dropping her off, I then got an XL for £50.81. I then done another XL in Liverpool as soon as I dropped off. That was just the city centre over to the Ghetto Golf, another hen do. So up to now I'm on £102.81, so that is £34.27 an hour I've averaged for the past 3 hours. So yeah, it's been quite good. I've just set my destination for Southport, so I'm going to start heading back that way and hopefully pick up some, you know, decent longer run jobs running back towards there. I don't want to hang around in the city centre for all these little jobs here, there and everywhere. I was sat at the lights then and there must have been about 20 Ubers. Every other car was an Uber, but what I noticed, I was the only XL. So yeah, sorry, I'm going to start heading off now and I will give you another update shortly. I'll catch you then. Quick little update. It's currently 10:30, so I went offline at 8:30. I had something to do for an hour or so, and then I've just come over on charge. So basically I've been offline since 8:30. The last update was 6:15. So where was I then? I was in Liverpool. I got a job from Seaforth, Liverpool to Liverpool. It was an Uber X, £14.79, and that was for 6.4 miles. I then got a Southport to Southport job. I had to run a couple of miles for, but that was an XL and that was £13.45 for 4.7 miles. And then I got a Southport to Birkdale, which is basically Southport. That was £6.31 for 1.7 miles. I then got a job from Birkdale to Knowsley, Liverpool. That was £27.29, and that was 18.6 miles, which took me to almost 8:30, and that's when I came offline. So up to now I'm on £166.65, and I've worked 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just over 5 hours, which works out I'm on £33.33 an hour, which isn't too bad, to be honest. Like I said, I've been offline for almost 2 hours now, so I'm just going to finish charging up. So it's on 76% now. I'm currently in Southport, so yeah, I'll be back online. What time are we on? Just after 10:30. I'm probably going to be back online for about 11. Yeah, and then I'll carry on then. I'm going to see what's going on around Southport, and pretty much just take it from there, because I can literally go anywhere, as you know. So yeah, just thought I'd give you a quick little update to say that it's going quite well, and I'll catch you in a bit. Final update. It is it's just gone 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's been a couple of hours since the last update, which was 11:15. I haven't stopped, to be honest, so I just honestly haven't had time to give you an update. So I'll just fly through some of these jobs. First job after I'd charged up was an Uber X, £5.33 for 1.4 miles. That was a Southport to Southport plus a £1 tip. I then got a Southport to Southport, which was £11.70 for 6.8 miles. I then got a Southport to Southport, £10.46 for 6.1 miles. I then got a Southport to Southport, £9.62 for 2.6 miles. I then got a Birkdale to Southport, which was an XL, £14.49 for 1.2 miles. I then got a Southport to Southport. Basically I turned up and I waited, and then I cancelled it when I was able to. Fly good in it. So I got £3.75 for nothing, for waiting basically. I then had an XL, Southport to Southport, £5. Well, that one was, I was on my way to it. It was on Lord Street. It was going to Ormskirk. It was a £25 XL job. I was in Southport anyway. I was heading over there, and they cancelled, so I got a £5 for nothing. Straight after they cancelled that, another job popped up. It was a bit of a pain, this one. So I popped up, and I think it was like £21 heading towards Preston. So I thought, okay, not too bad. So I picked 3 lads up, and apparently they were going to a party, and so we were about 10 minutes into the trip, and then all of a sudden it updated, trip update. So I said, oh, where's going, lads? And he said, oh, we've decided we're just going to go home now, because apparently the partners had all found out. So all 3 of them were in the doghouse. So basically the trip went from, I think, like £21 to £41.10p. So I thought, bloody hell, where are we going here? So we ended up going to Kirkham, which is like not far from Blackpool, to be honest. It wasn't too bad because it was all just down a bypass, which was, I could just set the cruise control to 50 miles an hour, and it was just basically all the way down there. And then I dropped the first guy. A mile later, dropped the second guy, and then about 200 metres dropped the third guy, and then started heading back. But it was a 45-minute job, £41.10p, and it was 25.5 miles. So it was a bit of a pain, but it wasn't too bad of a pain job. So then I started heading back. At this time it was about 2 o'clock, so I thought I'm going to head home. But then it was quite busy in Ormskirk, so I got an Ormskirk to Ormskirk, £12.56 for 2 miles. So obviously I took that. I then got another Ormskirk to Ormskirk, £4.73 for 0.8 of a mile. Now that job, I picked a young lady up, and she said she just ordered an Uber. She said it was a Mercedes, it turned up, she seen it, she started walking over to it, it done a U-turn and drove off. And then on her phone it popped up and said, like, your journey has begun. So she's tracked this guy, he's then drove to her house, and then it popped up saying, your journey is now ended, please rate your driver. So obviously she's left 1 star, and then she's had to report it to Uber to say I wasn't even in the taxi. So yeah, so basically she's had to pay for that one twice. So straight after that I got another Ormskirk to Ormskirk, £6.64 for 2.7 miles. I then got an Ormskirk to Bearscough. Now on this one, it popped up originally, I think it was around that £11, and it was for Bearscough, which isn't too far from me. So this is at like 2:45 now. So I thought, right, I'll tip these and then I'll head home. So then I'm on my way to pick them up, and then it pops up job update, and then it jumped up to like £32. I thought, where's this now? I hate the way it doesn't tell you where the new destination is. It's so I didn't know. So I pulled in and I messaged them and I said, where have you updated this to, please? Because they had already messaged me saying, I can't find you or something. I was still 5 minutes away. So I thought, oh, they're drunk or and whatnot. So anyway, I headed down there. They never messaged back. I went to where the pin was, and you can see their blue dot miles away, walking round. So then they message, where are you? So at this point I was thinking, I just want the timer to elapse so I can cancel the job and get me 375. I said, I'm where you've put the green pin on the map. So they messaged back, what, so on Moore Street? I said, yeah, that's where you've put the pin. So a couple of minutes later, 2 girls come over and a bloke, but the bloke is carrying one of the girls. So I wound the window down before they even got in, and I said, you've updated the job, where is it you've updated it to? So she's trying to open the door, but obviously the doors are locked, and she's saying, oh yeah, well, we're going to Bearscough, but I've updated it and you can take him to Formby. I said, no. I said, I'm not going to Formby. I said, because it's too late. I've only accepted your job because you were going to Bearscough, and that's not too far away from where I live. I'm going to go home, and on top of that, I don't have enough electric left in the bus to go all the way to Formby and for me to get home again. So she was like, oh right, okay, well I'll just cancel him off then. So I said, right, okay. So she's getting in, and then she's saying to her mate, oh, that's fucking ridiculous, that. Like, kick her off. So I said to her, look, I said, I'm sorry you feel that way. I said, but at the end of the day, I've accepted the job on the grounds of you going to Bearscough. I said, you knew full well before you booked the job that your mate was going to Formby. I said, so you've only got yourself to blame. So anyway, some drivers would just cancel it and say, do you know what, I'm not going to put up with the abuse. But I see it as, do you know what, I'll take your 11 quid off you, I'll drop you off, and then I'll leave you negative feedback and block you from being paired with me again. So that's exactly what I've done. So anyway, I got £11.21 for that, and that was for 4.5 miles. So then I thought, oh, I'll head home now. But then I got a Bearscough back to Ormskirk again straight away, which was £8.33 for 4.1 miles. So I thought, right, okay, I'll do that. And then straight after that, I got an Ormskirk to Ormskirk, which wasn't too far from me, and that was £8.94 for 4.6 miles. And then I thought, right, I've had enough now. So then I just started heading back. Just as I was nearly back, another job popped up, Ormskirk to Ormskirk, £18.50 or something, but I've had enough. So I came home anyway. So I started at 3:15. It's now 4 o'clock. Excuse me. So that's 13 hours, but I had an hour off, plus I had another hour off because I was charging up, had something to eat. So technically I've done 11 hours. Yeah, I've done 11 hours. So total I have done £320.51, which works out at £29.13 an hour, which is one of the best nights I've done, to be honest. Since I've started, that's the highest or the most I've made in a night. But to be fair, I think it's I don't know if it's the longest hours, to be honest. I think I've done 11 or 12 hours in the past. So yeah, really good night. I could have carried on, I could have done a couple more jobs, but like I said, it's 4 o'clock and I need to get up in 4 hours to take my son to football. So that's one of the reasons why I've come back. So yeah, not too bad of a night. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. So got a few little bits on tomorrow, and I will be out again, but it's going to be tomorrow afternoon going in tomorrow evening. So yeah, I will catch you then. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if any of this has been any use to you, please like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.